closely. Good afternoon again, Eldrin. Some big concessions from the legal counsel for the president, the public protector. How is she reacting?
Well, definitely, especially looking at Jeremy Gauntlet's concession that the president should have paid the money immediately after the public protector's report came out, or otherwise should have taken it under review. I think the other important thing out of this case and out of Gauntlet's submission is that the court should not take a declaratory order, should not make a declaratory order against the president. And this is with regards to upholding the Constitution and making sure that he protects the Constitution in terms of the oath of office that he has taken. Gauntlet's submission is that making such an order would lay the ground or the foundation for an impeachment which would happen at a later stage, while the DA's lawyer Anton Katz has indicated that there is no intention from the DA side to be using this ruling to make such to call for such an impeachment. We know from the EFF side, even last week already when they had the press briefing responding to the president's proposal, that they indicated that the Nkandla matter does not end here. They will definitely go ahead with the matter and certainly call for the impeachment of the president because they want the president to step down.
Aldrin, earlier we heard from Advocate Trenkov for the EFF focusing on whether the National Assembly and the President indeed defied the public protector and did the President not uphold his constitutional duty to implement the remedial actions set out in the public protector's report. How did this argument hold up in court?
Well, and that's been the argument that has been sustained throughout the day, especially from the DA as well as the EFF, that the National Assembly had a duty to uphold the Constitution and to make sure that it holds the President as well as the Cabinet to account. And I guess the other issue that the judges will have to grapple with now, considering that the judgment has been reserved, is whether the National Assembly has failed to hold the President to account, considering that there was a public protector's report. We heard earlier on from Advocate Lindy Nkosi Thomas, who's representing the National Assembly Speaker, saying that when the National Assembly made a decision or adopted the reports from the police as well as from the ad hoc committee on Nkandla, it was on the basis of the High Court ruling with the SABC court case that happened in the Western Cape, where it indicated that the powers of the public protectors or the remedial action is not binding. So based on that, they can't be held at fault. It could be that it was a mistake or an error of law.
This was, we understand, essentially a case to determine the legal certainty or the strength of powers of the public protector. And we earlier heard a submission by Corruption Watch, which joined the case as a friend of the court, we understand, with Advocate Carol Steinberg coming to the fore. How did she hold up in court, Aldrin?
Well, the argument there from Corruption Watch was that what the court should consider here is compare this Chapter 9 institution, the Public Protector's Office, to another Chapter 9 institution, which is the Human Rights Commission, and where the law, the Constitution says that the Human Rights Commission must take steps to ensure that there are recommendations or remedies to cure certain situations or findings that it has made. But with the public protector's case, it's certainly and it's clear that the public protector has powers to institute remedial action.
Thank you, Aldrin. That was Aldrin Sampier coming to us outside the Constitutional Court in Braamfontein, Johannesburg. Judgment in that case has been reserved. I'll be back with more news at the top of the hour.